It's going to be a busy few weeks, brother. Oh, but I am back.
All right, boys and girls, let's cover some cryptos. Welcome to Market Makers. Guys, if you like my content, like, subscribe, consider joining us with the join button, jump over to our Discord, or get our video updates throughout the week. And you can check out Bitunix to trade everything in the crypto space. Anybody can trade there. Check it out, be a Market Makers VIP right there in the video description. Let's start off with Total. We got the peace deal. The MOU, the 60 days of negotiation, the Strait of Hormuz is open, and cryptos, like everything else, is rallying, a very easily predicted rally. This is important on Total, all the money in crypto. Where could we go? Remember our uptrend line that we broke through? You're going to see Total come up to 2.5 trillion. 2.57 in this area where it will need to make a decision, and how it makes that decision, whether it tops out for a drop or breaks through, will determine the price of Bitcoin and the crypto space. So it's worth watching Total. Also worth watching in my education, you can learn all about W patterns, because this has been the topic of discussion for days now on the Discord, because we have W's across all the major coins, including Bitcoin and Ethereum. So let's look at Bitcoin. We'll look at our RMA trend flip. What's the current condition of Bitcoin? We are bullish across all the smaller time frames, waiting on the daily as well to flip bullish and give you confirmation. But as you can see, you have a nice breakout. This is my RMA trend flip. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. This should be available for members later this week. And if we look at this, you can see where we're going to make a decision, right at our 618 uptrend line that we broke through. So 73,750 is where you'll see that decision in Bitcoin. We going higher, or are we topping out and breaking down? Right now we're at 66.6. We're on a nice pump. If we are going higher, because of this drop, the rubber band effect, understand wave mechanics, it works in the markets, it works in physics. You're going to 97.5 all the way up to 106. If you can flip the trend line, flip 77K, those are your next level targets for this rebound rally. Again, does it have to do that? No. Is that my base prediction? No. Base prediction is you're coming up to make a test. 73,750. And here is where we will see, are we going higher or are we going lower? Those are the targets if you are going higher. If we open this up and go to, say, the 8-hour time frame, you can see, just like you saw in Total, go figure, the exact same pattern. W, right? W fractal. The Gartley pattern. This is highly tradable. We traded it across a bunch of altcoins, or you could have traded it on Bitcoin, but you got a nice breakout from it, and we have these higher targets ahead. If we look at Bitcoin on the 1-hour time frame, we also had a nice ABC that formed off of this W, giving us 67,350 and 69,293. And as we are approaching it, we are just 700 points away from hitting that lower level target. So we'll see if we can find some consolidation in this region. If we start going sideways a little bit, chopping before we level up to come up to those higher level targets. It's all about keeping your uptrend in trend. And as of right now, once again, you have an uptrend. That's what a W is. Your low, your higher low, want to come up and keep going up, get this progress going through the prices. If we look at Ethereum, same thing. Where's your decision going to be made? Up here at 2100, 2200. This is ultimately where it's going. You look at this on a daily, knock this thing down to 8 hours, and guess what pattern you have? The same pattern you had on Bitcoin, same pattern you have on Total. Nice W. Low, midpoint, higher low, breaking out to the upside, right? 1817 is where you're at now. First level resistance up here from a stronger level is going to be 1983, 2100, 2200. These are your levels on Ethereum. I believe you'll be coming up to test them with this summer rally. Be very important, because if you can flip it, right? If you can flip that 2200 and go to the upside, flip the trend line, where are you going with the new rubber band effect? 3000, 3,400. Those would be your upside summer rally targets, but you got to flip the uptrend lines, which are now resistance points across your charts because you lost them as support. You look at Ethereum on the 1 hour, once again, beautiful ABC also formed, 1855, 1938, may find some consolidation in that region as well. So just pay attention to those levels. If we look at Solana, 74.10, this is a trade that I'm in. As you guys know, I love to trade me some Solana. Got in at 62.55, right down here. When I say right down here, because if you open this up and look at this on Solana, beautiful W pattern, right? And these are highly tradable right near the bottom. That was a really good entry. I was really proud of that entry. 74.16, we're pushing up on Solana. Where are we going to find that resistance? We're going to look at Solana here as well. When you look at Solana, here's your nice W on the 1 hour time frame. Already at the 50%, 74 bucks, 77, 82, and you will have to make a decision. The same decision you will have to make that you have on Ethereum and Bitcoin. We're going to find peak resistance, and then price has to make a decision. Will it go up? Will it go down? And if we look at this, I put my targets on here. Let's go back to that daily. On the daily time frame, oops, pull this down. 122 to 136 if we get more bullish on Solana. Flip our key resistance points. That would be your summer rally, conducive with what I showed you with Ethereum and Bitcoin. Those are all big ifs because it all boils down to Bitcoin flipping its key resistance on the daily 73,750, the uptrend line, and breaking out to the upside. So we will have to see. Guys, have a fantastic week. Be sure to join me on the next update later this week for the Bitcoin Minute.